Hello everyone, it's me, JXYZ here, and we are going to talk about Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Arc, episode 24. Episode 24, man. This scene, I'm going to... mental note. Actually, no, not a mental note. It's not in the mind. It's out loud. Spoiler warning. If you have not seen this episode, and you watch it from anime-oriented Bleach content, whatever, if you watch Bleach only anime, this is spoiler. If you have not made it to this part yet, don't watch this. If you've read the manga or if you've already seen this episode, you can watch this. But if you want to get spoiled, you want to get spoiled. But that's on you, not me. But this is a full spoiler of this review. Not a full spoiler because I want to keep it somewhat fresh for you guys to enjoy. But I'm gonna say this here. I'm pretty sure this is the new part of the episode. This was not in the manga, like whatsoever. This whole introduction with Yuha. Sorry, I coughed a little bit. Yuha and Ichibei, they pretty much talked about how the world kind of works, pretty much. And Yuha did not like it. He obviously did not like it. And these two ended up kind of scrapping each other, sort of. Oh yeah, if you could tell by those eyes, it's alluding of a certain ability that we're gonna see next episode, I think. I think it's next episode. Yeah, it's an hour long, so it should be next episode. Yeah, we're gonna see this. We're gonna see what if you can't tell, those eyes be looking very, very peculiar. It's alluding that he's gonna get stronger. Come on, but overall, he loses those eyes. Ichibei steals them things out of it. Technically, I could be wrong. I think he's blind as we speak. Well, in a sense that he can't use his, almighty. He is blind right now. He can't see into the future. But this is technically the almighty. Sort of. It's weaker version of it. Or, not really weaker, but he could just see the future. That's it. But yeah, there was a lot of things in this episode with this first part. There was a weird thing I've been seeing on social media when I got these images, right? Let me show y'all. Some of y'all be simping for this character. I'm like, she's a side character. I'm like, why you guys simping? When I found pictures for this episode, she popped up, and I'm like, okay, she's got a gun. She's got a gun for a bow. It's not like we've seen that before. This episode has another guy, and we're going to talk about him pretty close right now. But let's get to a proper conversation than this lady. But yeah, we saw. This looks like Demon Time freaking Ichibei right here. Ichibei is holding the Soul King. This is the Soul King. Right here. This guy right here. That's the Soul King. And we saw it in a flashback / future. There's a future scene, right? So now we know that those scenes that we saw from Ichigo, the moments that Ichigo saw in his training arc, that was the Soul King. In those visions, in those premonitions and all that, right? But yeah, let's get back to the present time. So right now, we saw Weisel. I'm not gonna say his first name. I'm butchering the name I'm saying. Weisel. I think that's how you say it. I think I'm butchering it. I can care less. It's made up anyway. But his power is Stern Raider W, the wind. So he literally can deflect any attack that he can see with instinct. So either you're sneak attacking him, that doesn't work, or pretty much you can't fight him. He'd deflect any sword attack. The swords will bend and move when anything tries to swipe at him. You can't even attack him from a behind or a sneak attack, because by instinct his ability can work on that. The only way he lost, by Senjumari. So, oh yeah, she's bae. Okay, besides that, so the way she got him is he was so occupied by the holy soldiers. Yes, they're called the holy soldiers. That she was able to put a like cloak over him, so he couldn't move his arms, or he was kind of like in a straitjacket sort of thing. And it had the Zero Division symbol on it. And yeah, he dies this way. The whole coat kills him, like stabs him to death, and he dies. It's only because he couldn't react to it. He couldn't operate his abilities. He had to be not restrained, sort of thing. Now this is where things get real. My royal guards. The royal guards, right? These guys do a lot in this episode. I think the two ones that do the most is Pernita and Lily Barrow. They are the two guys that do it that do the most in this episode. Gerard, he fights Nuetsu Namaya for a second and then gets put on his butt. Same thing with everyone else on that I'm showing you. I'm not gonna exactly show the scenes where Lily Barrow shoots her in the head or whatever, and her getting squished and everything by Pernita. I'm not gonna show that, even though I can't find images at this very moment. You know, I could just take screenshots of these moments, but I'm not doing that. Not because I'm lazy. I'm just not gonna do it for a reason of YouTube guidelines. I don't want much blood on this screen, because she gets shot directly in the head by Lily Barrow, and I'm not gonna show that. I'm not gonna show it. And the crazy part is, during this fight, she has like her drapes, like the whole thing was just an illusion sort of thing. It's not like perfect hypnosis like Aizen. It's just like these drapes that she makes can make like a fake version of herself, so when she got shot, it wasn't actually her that got shot. And when Lily Barrow thought he shot all the different regions of the Soul Palace, he didn't actually shoot the Soul Palace or any of the regions. And then the whole gang arrived, right? They were stylish with the way they properly arrived. So yeah, they made like a cage thing around their enemies, the royal guards and the Yhwach, to keep them contained so they can't get out, right? The cage is like a wooden tree of life, pretty much. It's a living thing. I'm not going to explain the name of it, sort of thing. No, I'm not going to explain that. That's not my thing to talk about. Anyone that has seen this episode and has read the manga, you know what that thing's called. You know what that thing's called. I don't need to say it. But let's talk about Nuetsu Namaya, the GOAT of this team. Like, I dig this man. I dig him. I like his drip. Like, look at this. Look at, like, straight up. Look at that drip. Look at that drip. His whole coat is stylish. So he gets his, like, sword, let's just get down to the nitty gritty of his battle. He grabs his sword out of this like container thing filled with goo and slime, whatever it's supposed to be. I think it's slime or some type of goo that's supposed to like cool down his blade. His blade is still kind of warping, sort of thing, so it's brand new, or it's like being used for the first time, right? He has like a little tussle with Gerard. He has a tussle with all of them. Yeah, he pretty much whooped all these guys up. He whipped them all. He beat these guys up bad. But not just that. Like, let me go back to this man's drip. You know what? Wait a minute. I think I'm wearing the wrong sunglasses. Hold up. Okay. So, yeah. It's the only type of, like, sunglasses that are close to his. So, they're square. But they're not blue. It's the closest thing I could get. But, overall, he's dripping. This man's dripping. I like his, demeanor and everything. Yo. Okay, I'm done with that. Back to the matter at hand is, how did Yearblood get out of this prison? He threw a device that could teleport him out of there, kind of like an ender pearl. That is literally the only way I can explain that. And then the climax of this whole episode was Ichibe. I almost said Ichigo. It doesn't help that both of their names are with an Ichi. Right? Ichibe confronts Yearblood. And Yearblood is, I think, ready to fight him next episode. Like, literally. And we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it for the first time. We're gonna see it. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna do, like, I wonder what kind of color palette they're gonna do. I'm gonna stay away from the spoilers. Like, I'm gonna try so hard to stay away from the spoilers. If I see it on TikTok, I'm gonna swipe it. If I slightly see it on TikTok, I'm gonna swipe away from it. I don't want those leaks around my page at all. Because I want to be shocked. I want to be shocked about this so much. I want to be so shocked. My predictions is that the Almighty, the cloak, is red and black. I want it to be red and black. I have a feeling that that's probably why they changed Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho from like the very beginning. Why it's like black and blue. So it would be good, not evil. Because maybe the team was like, red and black seems evil. Maybe we're going to try that for Yuha. Like, that's my prediction. I think that makes more sense. That they changed the black cloak to being a black and red. A black and red cloak would fit well with the red eyes that you sometimes see in like the video games like Brave Souls. In Brave Souls, you see the eyes are red, and also in the manga, I think Yuhabaha's eyes are red. So it just makes sense that the cloak has a red outline around the black. So that's what I think should happen. I'm hoping that's what it is. Honestly, it could just be a black cloak with like the green tint that they put in Brave Souls. I think that's still intimidating as well. I think the red would make it work, because so far this like the lighting of the season has been either brights or darks. You know what I mean? Like dark colors. Like when we've been seeing like Ichigo and like the rest of the other characters fighting the Stern Raiders, it's been in a dark red setting, right? So yeah, that like if we're putting him in a dark place, I think having a slick like glowy kind of red like we've seen like a darkish red like we've seen with Ichigo's Bankai in the past. You know what I mean? That type of look would look so good with the color palette of the dark crevices of like this like series. And also, I think red fits the evil concept of the character, you know what I mean? Like the aura, the vibe of him. You know what I mean? I know I didn't talk much about this beginning part of the episode where we saw them like gonna shoot up into the Soul Palace. Like Ichigo, Onihime, Chad, and Yoruichi, and frick, I forgot the other guy's name. Give me a second. Ganju, that is his name. The problem of why I forgot his name is that you don't see him very much in the series. Like, you see him, like manga reasons, like, yeah, but, like, anime reasons, and, like, I don't know, I just forget him. I forget his sister, too, because their roles are, like, preeminent more towards the Soul Society arc and this one, so you tend to forget. There's so much after, like, Soul Society arc, so, but yeah, pretty much they're going to the Royal Palace, and they're gonna be late, I think. Yeah. If I had to rate this episode had so many story plots into it, and it had such good, like, fight scenes in it that may make me want to say 10 out of 10. The episodes that I've made where I've said, like, 50 out of 10, that was me kind of going overboard. Those episodes are 10s out of 10s. Just like this one is. This one is a straight up 10 out of 10. And, the next episode, I can't wait. It's an hour long. Dude, it's an hour long episode. Episode 25, I think it's 25, because this one's 24. Yeah, the next episode's gonna be an hour. So yeah, this is the ending of the video, and I'll catch you guys later when that next episode comes out. So yeah, Twizzles. Yo.